All good, man. So I'm excited you're here anyway. Would love to know more about where you were when you first started with the academy.
Uh, Probably pretty much making bad decisions with money, to be totally honest with you, or no decisions at all. Uh, we were kind of in that whole like doing day trading, investing way too much into crypto, and then just leaving cash sitting around and letting inflation just eat it. Like we were doing nothing really, and
Yeah.
spending it on stuff that we didn't need. Just bad decisions all around, really, to be
And
totally
the,
honest.
in the day trading, like what was the result of that? Because that's usually like people try to get rich quick with that stuff, and everybody falls victim at some point.
Right. You know, Actually, by luck, I did fairly well for a bit, but then uh, life happened, and I tried to do the undoable, which is predict markets. And this, before you know it, I'm like, oh my God, like, where's all my money gone? And then I didn't set aside the proper tax because of capital gains. You know how that works, and
Yeah.
it was a mess, man. It's a ultimately it was a losing game.
Yeah, yeah. And
Uh,
then 5.5 months ago we met officially, and you joined the academy. And where are you at today as a result?
oh man,
It's only been 5.5 months. It hasn't been that long.
yeah, my net worth has jumped up over 50. Uh, we have all the investments.
50 million,
We always
right?
have, what's that?
50 million, right?
Yeah, right. I wish. Hopefully, sometime here. But we were doing like the 401k before, right? But
Yep.
now, I mean, we have HSAs that we're investing. We have um, IRAs that I didn't have before. 529s for kids. Just a taxable brokerage account, which is on automation.
Yep.
And it's just doing its thing. And all my other investments are maxed out, and I've never done that before. And with the budget, I found all this money to do it instead of making all the bad decisions I did before. Everything just started falling into place with this class, and it's been awesome.
It's eye-opening when you actually just see things like clear. It's like all of a sudden, like boom, all this money appears, and then now I can actually put it somewhere that actually helps. It's like
Yeah.
when you first started, did you feel overwhelmed? Did you feel like there was a lot to learn? Like, how was that initial stamp, like first like feeling, and then now post 5 months, how do you feel now about it?
I felt so inadequate and so nervous because I obviously knew I was making bad decisions, and really I felt like at my age I should know more about money and how to use it properly to benefit me and my family. And I quickly realized, oh my God, like I don't. So I felt very inadequate is just the perfect word for me.
Yeah.
And now I kind of got a mental clarity on, you really were very good on um, kind of make simplifying things for me because I was a beginner. I mean, I'm talking beginner. And you simplified it to the point that I could understand it and start making decisions with it, and understanding where the money needs to go and how to use it. And it's been an eye-opening experience.
I think the coolest thing about you in particular is your energy. Like I love your energy, and I have since day one. And I think that's a big reason you succeed because I always tell people like the education part, like anybody has the brain capacity to learn. Like it's not easy. We don't get taught it, but like
Right.
you can learn it. It's doable to learn. It's more so like, can you focus and give the effort to actually learn it? And like that's the only like variable I have on my end before somebody enters the academy is like, I can't guarantee that. Like I try my best to judge character and judge like effort, but like I don't know, right? So that's a really hard thing, but I think you need to give yourself a lot of credit for that reason. Because man, you're at it 24/7.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, I got so into it, and there's so much new information coming my way. I almost treated it like a job, and I just was consumed by it because um, it was just really. I never had this picture of how to do this with my finances, and so it really just kind of excited me because I'm like, oh my God, I could actually do this. I can invest in this, and I can, max out an IRA, and I don't know, man. Then it's produced other, avenues of income for me too, because of my mental clarity on how to do things, you know?
Yeah, yeah. You even said you were working out a ton too now. Like it's just like trickled down everywhere, and you're getting real estate deals. Like you're doing
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Every day you're sending me a message about real estate deal.
Yeah, before, I mean, like on the working out thing, before I was working out, you know, it was easier for me to, oh, man, I'm sore today. Maybe I'll give myself a day of rest, you know, like I was like that before. And now I'm more like, dude, like I got to do this, because if I don't do this, then I'm not going to do this, and then this isn't going to happen. It's like a whole chain of events, you know?
Yeah.
So, you
I
know,
always
now
say
I'm
how you do
working
one thing is
out.
how you do everything.
Yeah, exactly. So now I'm like, I'm getting up earlier, you know,
Yep.
I'm up at like 5, probably should be up earlier, but you know,
Love it.
I'm at the 5 a.m. mark now. I'm working out, you know, I'm eating right. It's even improved other things. I mean, you know, me and my wife are seeing things clearly together
I
more.
love
And
that.
yeah, the whole thing, man, it's been amazing. I
So
love it.
if somebody was considering joining this program, what should they know?
Um, that I think we all need to realize our, I think, mindset. We need to realize our mindset with money and our personal relationship with it. And once you learn that, and start understanding it, and then start applying, you know, some of the principles, you know, like budgeting and just, you know, having everything on track. I think that's the biggest key. You just need to open up, and then, like we always say, watch the paint dry and just automate. And if you put in the work, it's going to happen. If you don't put in the work, I mean, nobody can work miracles. You
Yeah,
got to put in the work. But I mean, if you mindset, I'm,
mindset's
that's where I'm
huge.
going to just,
And that's why we start with the behavioral psychologist off the bat with Heather. It's just because like I know I can't get people past I can give you the exact blueprint, but unless I get your mindset right, it is impossible to get your money right. So like that's a big piece of the
yeah,
academy as well for that reason. But man, I'm glad your experience has gone well. I know we talk like all the time, and we'll continue to talk. And I have a lot of intention and plans to have you as part of the academy long term as well. So I'm
that's
excited.
awesome. Yeah.